Guten Abend. So it is Sunday morning. I have my coffee and I am alone this Sunday because I am not going to church. I'm actually going to an audition workshop with Man Casting. So it should be really fun. I'm a little nervous because the casting director, she's very like well known, and I want to make a good impression. So I'm really nervous, but you know, I'm just gonna try and do my best, have fun. And then I have book club tonight, so it'll be a fun day. I'm a little busy for my day off, but I have the morning off tomorrow, which is nice. I feel like there was something else I wanted to say, but I can't remember it if I did. So yeah, all right, well, wish me luck, and I'll see you later. Okay, so I just finished my acting workshop, and she was really glowing about me. I did the commercial part, and she said I was great. She actually said I had a great look, that she loved my headshot. She was super shocked when she found out I was 22 because she thought I was like 15, which I get that all the time. She told my agent that I was the best on her roster, which, I mean, of course she didn't see the entire roster, but there were a lot of her clients at the workshop, and she said that I was the best, no question. So then I was super nervous for the scene study because I was like, oh my gosh, the stakes are super high. She already thinks I'm really great from the commercial. And then I did it, and she was so glowing. She told me that I did so good and that I was the only one who took control of the character. She actually turned around and was like, okay, everybody, this is what you have to do. She was calm, cool, collected, and she took control of that character. So I am just like on top of the moon. She told me I might be on hold for an audition I did for her a couple weeks ago, that she just didn't release the holds because there were so many, but I'll be finding out about that within the next couple of days, so yeah.
I wanted to get to that scene or something, and I was like, what is going on right now?
Yeah, it's just like
specifically for me, because that's what my mom gets me for like December, like Christmas and stuff. Like I know she put the turtles in for me, and I ate all those, but I gave them some to Chad and some to Jean-Marc, so it's not like I.
So a little bit of a haul. I said it was coming. So I got these bar. So Roman's mom was the sweetest and sent me a bunch of like life things. So she sent me like Maxidol, an emergency C, wax strips, pads. Like honestly, she just went out. She also sent this really nice ginger peach bar soap that smells like absolutely fantastic, as well as champagne apple honey lotion and body wash, which is perfect for the fall. And then there's the stuff that mi madre sent. So my mom sent stuff with my mom-in-law, or with my brother-in-law, I guess, and it was super sweet. She sent me a beautiful little card, and then it's kind of like a Disney theme, so it has Part-Time Mermaid, and this is like a glasses case, and it's one of like the nice ones that pop open. Which I love. Then she sent these socks, which I thought were really funny because it's like, hi, my name is Amy, loves the beach, color sea blue, hobby swims hard, shops harder. And then they're shea infused, so they feel so nice on the feet. Plus they have like the sticky bottoms, which is nice because whenever I visit home at Christmas, I fall down the stairs every time because I slip. And then she sent me this notebook, and on the inside, she left this wonderful little note about how it's Bia's blessing journal. Love, Mom. And she actually sent one to Roman too, which I think he has right here. So, yeah, poor Roman. Then she sent this, which I thought was really funny. Sometimes I open my mouth and my mother comes out. Same. Roman's mom sent this Skin Goals Revitalizing Sheet Mask with grapefruit, which I'm super excited for, and some hauls. My mom sent these Wonderland sticky notes, which are super cute.
I'm just gonna run to Sketchmart and get some milk.
Okay, what are you getting?
Milk.
Okay. Then pumpkin spice scone mix, and then some pumpkin spice coffee. So all in all, the best care package in the world. Thanks, moms. Love you.
Sorry about
Good morning, everyone. Sorry for the awful quality, but it's getting to be that time of year. It's getting to be that time of year that it's really dark in the morning. It's really awful. It's cold, it's rainy, it's dark, and yet here I am awake. I'm going to work. It's not too bad a shift, 7 to 11, and since the mall only opens at 10, and then I usually have my 15-minute break, once the mall's opened, it's only like 45 minutes with customers. But I am so tired. It was so hard for me. I'm so tired. It was so hard for me to get up this morning, and then I also missed the bus to the subway by like 10 seconds, and so I got to watch it go by me, and it was really sad, but whatever. Hopefully it wakes me up. So I'm gonna get a coffee to work, and my phone didn't charge because I think my wall plug-in's dying, so there's that too, but I need to figure. Anyways, wish me luck. So that's one thing I will say. I'm so glad David Schwimmer and like the other Friends cast has been like, we don't want to reboot, because I'm glad that they're just leaving it, you know, as it is.
Yeah, and especially because the last episode of Friends is such a nice little tie-up for all of them.
Yeah, and you can just imagine, you know, Monica and Chandler living in their suburb with their babies, and, you know, Phoebe and Mike starting to try and have kids, which they'll probably have a many because Phoebe's fertile as heck, as we know.
Apparently.
From having her brother's triplets. But I guess that's not her fertility. But it kind of is, because it's her uterus that held on to it.
Yeah.
Held on to the embryos. You can imagine that, yeah, Rachel maybe stayed, but maybe she worked out something to be part-time in Paris, which I know is a sore point with you, but maybe...
I have lots of thoughts about that.
But you can open that up to be like, maybe she arranged something to do like a part-time Paris thing. If they were so willing to fly Ross out, like...
Yeah, then they might have been willing to have her...
fly in and out.
Yeah.
Be up for a month, come back, or even be up for like a 6-month period, come back, like...
Yeah, she probably could have worked something out.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, so...
So like Ross would have been the one who would be that Zacharias, but that's fine. Only
But he had Ben, that they haven't talked about in 3 seasons. Ben!
Right, so then why was Ben his point? I was like, Ross, do you know your child exists? Do you? Because none of us seem to know that he exists anymore.
Honestly, it's probably because they started doing like Sweet Life of Zach and Cody or something, and then he couldn't do it anymore.
True.
I feel like that's, I don't know, maybe it's too much later, but there might have been something like that.
Well, because he was what, like 6 in the 2nd or 3rd season? Like the actor, was it Dylan or Cole? That
It was Cole.
Was Cole? How old was Cole when Ben started like being of age?
He probably would have been like 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, and then they would have started Sweet Life
when he was like 9,
11, 12. That makes sense.
He might have gotten booked for the show or something. I feel like there wasn't like a filming overlap, but maybe there was like some sort of overlap. I don't know. Yeah. Also, to complete the thought from earlier, I don't know if this is common knowledge, but I've never heard anyone verbalize it. But Mary and I have realized that the reason that Ben wasn't in Friends the last few seasons, or at least the last season, was because Friends ended in 2004 and Sweet Life aired in 2005. So the odds were that he was already starting to do stuff for Sweet Life, whether it was filming, whether it was screen testing, whether it was whatever. So it's been myth busted. Yes.
Ben does not exist because he moved to live in a hotel with his secret twin brother.
And his single mom. Carol?
Susan leaves Carol!
And Carol becomes Carrie?
Yes. This is what it is. Yes. She has to start over, right? So
she starts going by Carrie, cuts off all her hair.
Yeah.
And...
Yeah.
Makes a clone.
Yeah, that's the only... How the twin factors in, we have not yet figured out, but we will.
Yeah,
We'll figure this out.
Coming up next. How does Zach get involved in this situation?
Of myth busting Ben Geller.
Okay, we figured it out. So, shortly after Ben was born, Carol had an affair because Susan, I don't know, traveled.
She was like on sabbatical somewhere.
She travels. We see in the episode she goes to London with Emily for an indefinite amount of time. So
yeah, so she's off on some kind of trip. Maybe it's like a work trip or something, and she's gone for a little while.
And Carol has an affair and gets pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Gives up the baby to the dad, who's the dad that we meet in Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, the one with dark hair. I don't remember his name.
No, I can't remember.
Who kind of looks like Ross Geller.
Actually, he does a little bit.
So very obviously Carol has a type.
And that's why they look similar.
Because the genes all kind of are similar. They mostly take after Carol with the blonde hair and whatever, but they have similar traits because Ross and whatever his name is kind of look alike.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the big hair, the poof, the gel, the whole thing.
The whole shebang.
So then after Susan leaves her and she goes to move to New York with Ben, she then takes custody of child number 2, who they then play off as being twins to
avoid any like speculation.
Yes, and because Ben is so young, he just accepts the truth of this guy has been your father all along, because again, they look pretty much alike and they're kids. They buy it if you tell it to them.
And Carol, because Carol's an art teacher, right?
Yes.
So heartbroken about the fact that Susan has left her because Susan discovers the affair. Susan has left her.
Yes.
Needs to channel her creative passions into something else, which is why she turns to singing.
Done. That's the
official story.
Of what happened.
Officially official.
And why Ben Geller was not spoken of.
NBC paid us to show you this video.
Trademarked.
It's official.
Yeah, don't. This is us. We put it out in the universe. It's our idea. Good morning. Mary Margaret and I are here at Harding Avenue rental office to see if these apartments are worth living in. So wish us luck. So of course we get here and the rental office is closed today for an unknown reason. Excuse me. I did call them and they answered for once in their life, and I did make an appointment for next week. It's a little more than they advertise. Like they advertised 1 bedrooms as $900, which they said was gonna be $1,325, not including hydro. So it's a little expensive. I figure I might as well come in and see it, but I don't know. It's rough. Apartment hunting in Toronto. It's like everything, because what they do is they put 900 and up, and so then you're like expecting 900, maybe like 1,000, and then they're like, oh, but it's $1,400, and you're like,
oh, and it doesn't include any utilities, and I'm like, this is a nightmare.
And you're like, okay, thanks. Or sorry, we sold the unit, it doesn't exist anymore. I literally had a viewing scheduled once where I texted her to be like, hey, I'm confirming the viewing that I have for you tomorrow, literally within like an hour or two of booking it, and then she goes, oh, sorry, I sold the unit.
I had one where the landlord didn't even bother to tell me, so I went out of my way to get to the viewing, showed up, rang the bell a few times, waited about 20 minutes, called the landlord. I was like, I'm here for my viewing. He was like, oh, I sold that yesterday. I was like, so between yesterday and today, you had 0 time on your hands to shoot me a text and be like, sorry, sold the unit?
Yeah.
What a dick.
So it's honestly the worst.